What's up? Thanks for joining me. Today I want to check out 4 repeating blues licks that you can throw into your solo straight away. So these repeating licks are something that I've come across over my time just checking out various other players and other styles of music. I'm sort of throwing them into the blues category, but they can be used in rock, maybe R&B, soul, all that kind of stuff. It's up to you how you want to incorporate it into your music. So it sort of reminds me of this interesting video of Pat Martino. I'll put it in and I'll link it in the description below, but he plays on this lick for, it's probably about 2 minutes, and I found it mesmerizing. But what was really awesome is that he's building tension in the moment where he's just repeating the same thing over and over, and you're sort of left on the edge of your seat. And I guess that's the idea with these licks. It's not to show off in any way, it's more so to build tension. So you must stick the dismount. You must land that plane on the tarmac. So I'll show you a few different ways that I might stick the landing on each of these repeating licks. Let's get into the first one. So let's stick to the key of B. I'm imagining this first position pentatonic box that you probably already know. This is the lick. Now, I think in terms of intervals, I encourage you to do the same so you can transpose it in any key. I also think you should be able to play these licks in different octaves, and I'll give you an example of that quickly after we look at how to play this first lick. So let's start on the perfect fourth of B, which is our 9th fret G. And then we're going to slide into the flattened 5th, which is our blues note. And then we're going to hit the root note on the 7th fret E. Now I'm thinking of this in a triplet rhythm. It's important that the notes don't blur over one another. Although that can sound cool, it's not my intention here. And here my dismount is the slide into the flattened 5th, and then a return to the perfect 4th, and then a pull off to the minor 3rd, and then landing on the root note. So here is the lick in full, slowly. Now you can repeat this as much as you want, as long as you stick the landing as I said. And I would encourage you to explore different dismount options. Check this out. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like this. It's important to explore those different options when you're in the moment and where you might want to take the next moment of your solo. Let's look at lick number 2. Now this is kind of just a variation on lick number 1. This is what it sounds like. So I'm starting on the perfect 4th, sliding up to the flattened 5th, back to the perfect 4th, to the flattened 3rd, and then the root note. Now my dismount in that instance was quite simple. Maybe you want to take it even further. It's totally up to you. Again, explore these options. So here is something that I might play with a different dismount. Now you could actually blend this with the first lick that we looked at and incorporate both of them. Let's see what that sounds like. So in that instance, I use lick 2 as my dismount. So as I said before, we're going to bring that lick to a new octave. So we're going to take it up an octave to the 12th fret on the E string. This is a cool way to get more mileage out of your lick and also create some more interest and maybe intensity. This is what it sounds like. So maybe you also want to take it to the lower octave. Let's find another E It's going to be 7th fret on the A string. Maybe you want to take the lick up through all 3 octaves as an idea in your solo. So not only can they be used as repetitive ideas, but they can also be used as quite melodic ideas that break up the solo quite nicely. Now the third lick that I want to look at is pretty classic. You've probably heard it a billion times. I'm going to show you anyway. This is what it sounds like. Now my dismount is different every time, so let's just highlight the repetitive part. Starting on the perfect 4th again, these are all in that first position, easy as. So starting on the perfect 4th, we're going to bend up, and at the peak of that bend, I want you to mute the sound of your string ringing out. That's the first way to practice it. Then we're going to hit 7th fret B, and then 7th fret E. So we're going perfect 4th, bending up, to the perfect 5th, and then the root note. Now it's important that you don't release the bend after you do it. It doesn't sound very good. That's not the idea. The idea is that you're joining this perfect 4th with this perfect 5th. That might be a good dismount. Again, all first position minor pentatonic. Now this next one might be considered more of a rock lick, but let's check it out. Let's listen to it slowly. Now to play this lick, it's in that classic minor pentatonic box, as I keep saying. We're actually starting on the perfect 5th here. We're going to hammer on to the flattened 7th, and then pull off back to that perfect 5th. And then we're going to incorporate the blues note, which is located on the 10th fret of the G string. And then we just repeat it. In this instance, I'm using the root note and sliding into it as the dismount. Now I'm going to demonstrate all 4 of those repetitive licks in one pass of the B blues.